Welcome to today's session on analysis of variance. So this is also called as ANOVA. So this is a statistical concept which will find whether the mean variance between two variables are equal or not equal. Okay. So for ANOVA we have two types, one-way classification and two-way classification. First, let's see one-way classification. Okay, so here we are using plant growth data set. Okay, so plant growth is a data set available in R. In plant growth, we are taking weight and group as the two variables. Okay, so we are building a model using the LM function. Using the weight and the group of plant growth data set, and I'm storing that in the variable plant. Okay, so based on this model plant, I am running an ANOVA. I am building an ANOVA model for one-way classification using the function ANOVA. So the parameter passed to this ANOVA is the plant, which is the model built using the LM function. Okay, so this ANOVA, so from this ANOVA, what we can see is that the F value is given as 4.8461 and the P value is given as 0.01591. So this P value is less than 0.05, that is 5% level of confidence. So the null hypothesis is rejected. Okay, so the control group or the treatment has effect on the plant growth or the plant weight. Okay, so that is the group variable has effect on the variable weight. That is what we have predicted. Okay, so the null hypothesis is rejected, that is the change in the variable group will affect the change in the variable weight. So that is based on the treatment given to the plant growth and the plant weight will change. So this is what we have predicted using ANOVA. So for ANOVA building, we first use the LM function, then we use the ANOVA function. Okay, so we are using the data set plant growth. Okay, so next we are going to see about two-way classification. So for two-way classification, I am taking a data set revenue. So revenue is nothing but a vector of numbers. Okay, so there are 12 months and 5 years of data. That is 60 data is available in revenue. 60 integer values are assigned to this revenue. So this is nothing but 5 years monthly data. The revenue data is stored in this revenue. Okay, so first we divide this revenue into monthly data. So for using the function GL. So this GL function takes the parameter 12,5, that is 12 months and 5 years. Okay, so that is stored in months. So next we use the same function GL for 5 years, and each year is the parameter is 1. Okay, so for the length of revenue, and that is stored in the years parameter. Okay, so next we are using the function AOV. So this AOV is built on revenue against the combination of months and years. Okay, so this AOV is built on the variable revenue against the variables, the combination of the variables months and year. Okay, so and the value is stored in the variable fit. Okay, the model built using AOV function is stored in fit. Okay, so now using this fit, I use the ANOVA function to find the two-way classification. For one-way classification, we use the LM function and directly the ANOVA function. But in the case of two-way classification, we use the GL function, AOV function, then we use the ANOVA function. Okay, so now this, from this ANOVA value, we can see the F value for years is 0.5906 and P value is 0.01591. 6712. That is, the p value is greater than 0.05, that is 5% level of significance. So we fail to reject the null hypothesis. Earlier in one way ANOVA, we null hypothesis is rejected. Here we are accepting the null hypothesis, or we fail to reject the null hypothesis. So this means the means of the revenue evaluated according to the years are not found to be unequal. That is, the variable years has no effect on revenue. So that is, over the period of years the revenue does not change. That is what we have predicted using two-way classification. Okay, so but in the case of months, the f value is 1.4998 and the p value is 0.1660. So this p value is less than 0.05, that is yeah, this is also greater than 0.05. So it is here also the null hypothesis is accepted. So the months also does not have any impact on the revenue. Okay, so based on the given data, we can predict that is, dividing the revenue in months into months and years does not have any impact on the overall revenue. Okay, so this is how we interpret two-way classification of ANOVA. So today we have seen about one-way classification of ANOVA and two-way classification of ANOVA. So for one-way classification of ANOVA, we have used the function LM, and for one-way classification we use ANOVA function, and for two-way classification we use the GL function, AOV function, then the ANOVA function. Okay, so and how to interpret the results of this ANOVA function? We have to look at the p value and the f value, and we have to either accept or reject the null hypothesis. Based on that, we can conclude what the data set is revealing. Okay, so hope this was useful for you. Thank you for your patience listening.